Hey, I'm Matt. I'm the creator and designer behind Logos, a Bible trading card game. And in this video, I want to have us look through the Red Sea 36 card expansion set. So here we have it here. This is a fun one. It has a few unique card that we included in this if you've been playing through the sets. So there's always, they start with our faithful here. So we'll kind of go through these and see. As we're looking at these sets, they're always going to include these cards that get their effects and interact with each other based on the biblical narrative that they're playing through. I love this Miriam here. There's going to be some others featured off of this. We have our new Storyteller set that's coming out that introduces musician cards and instruments. And so this is kind of the first forte towards that. Miriam with her Song of Praise where she sings at the shore of the Red Sea. We have Aaron, who's a prophet type. So this is a fun one. There's attachments specifically for prophets that help interact with that. And of course, how could we not have Moses in this? Now, usually we have neutral cards. If you've played along, you recognize that. But this was a fun one. We would like to dream outside and say, how does the narrative fit the gameplay? Or how can we introduce new cards or mechanics that are based around the narrative, not just for sake of we want to make this, but how does the biblical passage speak to that? And so this was one that was really cool because if you know the story that God comes down and he leads the people as a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. So this is a really cool one, is that this card remains in play in the last location space. So it adds a whole different unique way of play where it takes away that last fifth location. And so it adds difficulty by only allowing 4 locations, but this effect in here has some strength there. So it says this card remains in play on the last location space. Only a neutral or support card revealed here remains. Resolve and discard all other cards revealed. Flip after end of player's turn. So what's really cool about this is you flip it each and every turn, and then there's a different interaction that's this attribute of God, this characteristic of God, how God is displayed in this narrative as either pillar of cloud, pillar of fire. So pillar of fire says that every faithless revealed here is discarded. Flip after end of player's turn. So this was a really cool one. This is the only set so far that has these, but our season 3 is Jehovah, and it's going to really look at the characteristics, the names of God. So stay tuned for more cool new mechanics and interactions based on the biblical narrative that unfolds. So we have the Israelites here. We have Egyptians. And we see here another effect that's based on the narrative in play. So obviously Egyptian is going to trend with Pharaoh. So it'd be cool if you want to pull cards from other sets. You could pull in some Pharaohs and Egyptians that are going to increase the difficulty. Egyptian official, we have Egyptian chariot, and we have a pharaoh, the pharaoh himself. We have all of our event cards here. Army of chariots, through the sea. All right, we like to display this as a cost because yes, God delivered them through that, but it took that cost of faith. This is a great one. The Lord's great power used to refresh. Swept into the sea. This instant. This is another fun instant one. You can play this on any faithful that's revealed and discard both cards. Here's that attachment we were talking about, that staff of Moses. The bones of Joseph. This was a fun one. All right, Egyptian trap. Wilderness. We have a Pharaoh shadow card and hard heart. A few locations here. The Red Sea, Baal Zephon, and Pi Hahiroth. And that is our Red Sea set. So yeah, if you haven't picked that one up, you can go ahead and do that. That's part of one of our season 2 story cycle expansion sets, and that's available now. It's a fun one to play through. We'll get some video of that here, and you can combine that with some Egyptian cards from the base set or other sets that have come out to kind of increase the difficulty in that. We'll have some more official builds for that, but just wanted to show that, especially highlighting that Pillar of Cloud and Pillar of Fire. We love just that new attribute that it brings to the game. So thanks for playing along with us, and glad you're along for the journey.